Lady with the spotty hat, can you hear me? You, can you hear me? Yes? Okay. Hello, my name is Mary Ellen. I'm Love and Daisy Petals, or Love Daisy Petals on social media if you want to follow me, or find some of the images we're going to be sharing from here. Look up Love Daisy Petals and you'll find me. I'm an artist as well as a singer and a poet and everything else, and I've got some art installations on the Green Futures field. They both incorporate wheelchairs, so that you know they're mine. And I've got a third one here, which is my rolling art installation. I created that for COP26 to let people know that the climate crisis has not arrived in isolation. It's interconnected with everything else, and everything that we care about is being destroyed by the same people for the same reasons of greed and money and power and division. And we need to unite and respond and change everything. Take back our planet, take back peace. The arms industry has no interest in peace, because where would they sell their arms? The fossil fuel industry has no interest in moving forward and saving our planet, because where will they sell their oil and their gas? They have no idea, or don't even consider the idea, that when the oceans rise, they rise for them. When the air is unbreathable, they suffer just as much as everyone else. When we go extinct, they go extinct too. So they're blinded by greed and money. We need to open our hearts and help them to open their hearts and their minds, so that they stop doing what they're doing. Stop the genocide, stop the democide, stop the ecocide. Start living and thriving as one with nature, in harmony with nature. So that's what I've created that installation for, but do come and have a look at the other ones. And thank you, Corin, for your songs and your message. I support DPAC, Disabled People Against Cuts, and disabled people across the planet are the ones that get hit first and hardest by every single crisis, whether it's the cost of living crisis, whether it's the NHS crisis, whether it's the wars, whether it's the famines and floods. Wherever you look, whatever's happening, the people being hit first and hardest are people with disabled children, people who are disabled themselves, or looking after disabled friends, neighbors, elders in their own families. The Ukraine war really brought this home, where people were fleeing from the bombs, but the people who couldn't flee were the people with disabled children, people who were disabled, people who had parent responsibilities. And that, for the first time really, the news actually covered some of that. So please bear disabled people in mind, and bear in mind that this country is killing off hundreds of thousands of disabled people. Use your vote to stop the killing. Just stop the killing across the planet. Thank you. So I'm going to sing you a little heart chant, which reminds us all that we are all love. Even the people destroying our planet and doing the killing, they were born with hearts and the capacity for love. They've been cut off from that love through indoctrination. We need to bring them back to their hearts, and we can do that when we remember that we are love. We're not just love, we're the generators of infinite love. No matter how much love we give, we'll have more to give. No matter how exhausted we are from giving, the next time we need to find some love to give, we will find it, because we are the generators of love. So this is my little heart chant for you. Listen to your heart. Can you hear your heart? Listen to your heart and you'll hear. You are loved. You are loved. Love is what you are. Love is who you are. Love's who you are. Sari Gama Pa. Sari Gama Pa. Sari Gama Pa Dha Ni Sa. Thank you for listening. Remember, spread the love, be the love, share the love. Love is not something that they can squash, and they don't know how to respond to us when we respond to their aggression.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. You want to come and do a song with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's ever watched The Sound of Music? Have you watched The Sound of Music? Come and hear my version of it. I've rewritten the words to my favorite things and changed it to the Tories' favorite things. So have a listen, and yeah, I hope you like it. Corin's over here. Corin's going to join me and sing along too. I hope you can sing loud enough because you don't have a mic. Okay. Oh, I need my. Most favorite things. Raindrops in classrooms and flooding and sewage.
Greenwashed from boardrooms to hide all their carnage. Brown-nosing donors who pull all their strings are some of the Tories' most favourite things. Photos at food banks while children go hungry. They're cutting and killing while robbing the country. Democracy turning into God Save the King are some of the Tories' most favourite things. Closing our borders, leaving refugees dying. Death for the people and the media lying. Warships and war crimes and the death that they bring are some of the Tories' most favourite things. When the floods rise, when the bees die, when extinction's on track, we simply remember their favourite things and why we must all fight back. Raindrops in classrooms and flooding and sewage, greenwashed from boardrooms to hide all their carnage. Brown-nosing donors who pull all their strings are some of the Tories' most favourite things. Photos at food banks while children go hungry. Cutting and killing while robbing the country. Democracy turning into God Save the King are some of the Tories' most favourite things. Closing our borders, leaving refugees dying. Death for the people and the media lying. Warships and war crimes and the death that they bring are some of the Tories' most favourite things. When the floods rise, when the bees die, when extinction's on track, we simply remember our favourite things and where we must all fight back.
Thank you. Okay, I've got another rewritten one. And okay, Sera Sera. You have to come up here.
I have.
Okay, you all most likely have heard the song Sera Sera. Yeah, it's a song that has been sung over the generations and in a way has been brainwashing us into accepting that there's nothing we can do. So let's just get on with it. Yeah, whatever will be, will be. Well, hang on a minute. Where's that brought us? It's brought us to here where we've got genocide, we've got egocide, we've got democide, we've got politicians so corrupt and brazen enough to show their corruption, show their lies, and think that we can't do anything about it. Well, actually we can. And on the 4th of July, we can all vote and get them out and stop the killing. Stop the killing of the planet, stop the killing of peace, stop the killing of people, stop it all by remembering who we are. Our taxes pay their wages. It doesn't matter whether you're in work, it doesn't matter whether you're a baby, or whether you're a pensioner. We're all taxpayers. They all work for us. We pay our taxes pay their wages. We pay the taxes of the Prime Minister, the politicians, the police, the armies and forces who are used to do their bidding on our behalf with our money. Well, it's time to change that and remember who we are, remind them who we are, remind them that we will not accept this anymore. We're going to rise up united for justice, united for peace, united for a ceasefire, united for our planet, united for all of life on earth. And so we take back the power. So, Sera Sera, we changed it. I've changed the words. Particularly in response to the young people who are rising up and showing us elders that we can change it. We can be that change. And so, it's Sera Sera rewritten. If you look it up on YouTube, you'll find it. Sera Sera rewritten. All the words are on there. Sing it. Get everyone singing it. Let's change the narrative. So, I'm going to start with it, with the original words, but then show you the change that I made. So, when I was just a little
little child, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What'll be, will be. Now all the kids rise up and cry. Our planet's burning, our future is shot. Our seas are rising, species are dying. Governments have damned the lot. They're saying, hey, Sera, Sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Hey, Sera, Sera. What'll be, will be. As Greta Thunberg rightly said, change is coming, like it or not. Our future's precious, and our world is too. Here's what you have to do. We say, hey, Sera, Sera. Take action immediately. Our future is what's at stake. Hey, Sera, Sera, act immediately. The people and children say the facts and science are clear as day. Business as usual is not good enough. All this has got to change. We say, hey, Sera, Sera. We will not just let it be. The future is ours to see. Que sera, sera. It's up to you and me. We say, que sera, sera. We will not just let it be. The future is ours, you see. Que sera, sera. It belongs to you and me. We say, que sera, sera. We will not just let it be. The future is what we see. Que sera, sera. It's up to you and me. It belongs to you and me. Act immediately. Que sera, sera.
Thank you. I'm going to read you a poem because all the democide, the genocide, the ecocide, the fossil fuel support, the greenwashing, everything, it comes down to money. If there was no money in it, there wouldn't be drilling and fracking. If there's no money in it, they wouldn't be making the bombs and dropping the bombs and selling the arms. So, this is a poem about money. Money talks. Can you hear me? Okay. Money talks and money silences. Money buys souls and forges alliances. Money walks the corridors of power. Money bleeds us all, hour by hour. Money enacts laws to corrupt and steal. Money thinks nothing of a dodgy deal. Money has claws that reach far and wide. Money makes hideaways for secrets to hide. Money affronts and money assuages. Money exploits and money pays wages. Money enslaves and money sets free. Money controls and writes history. Money leaves millions to starve or freeze. Money hides the guilt of a prince's sleaze. Money excludes and money others. Money makes enemies of our sisters and brothers. Money starts wars and money kills. Money decimates our forests, waters and hills. Money pollutes and money extracts. Money corrupts and money exacts. Money for the wealthy is a divisive tool. Money separates us all, fool from fool. Money destroys and money makes whole. Money will grasp at your very soul. Money commits murder in plain sight. Money denies justice to those in the right. Money, they say, makes the world go around. Money instead raises life to the ground. Money is man's greatest illusion and folly. Money affords the rich space travel for a jolly. Money is amassed by the insatiably needy on the backs of the poor whom they call greedy. Money enables charity, calling it hope. Money provides the hangman's rope. Money as an invention is a gift from hell. Money enchants and binds us under its spell. Money seems like a blessing, but is a curse. Money inflames greed, hate, and so much worse. Money talks and money silences. Money betrays and breaks alliances. Money stalks the corridors of power and kills us all hour by hour. Money, 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 it's not funny that it's the rich man's world. Money, 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 you can sing this. It's not funny that it's a rich man's world. Money, 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 it's not funny that it's a rich man's world. Let's change that. It's for money that they locked up Julian Assange. But he was showing what the arms trade are doing, what the US is doing, and since then, look at the democide and the genocide and ecocide that they are brazenly doing. Julian Assange showed us the first time what was happening. Since then, they don't care that we know. Well, we need to care that we know. And we need to act on that and stand up for justice. And we did. Julian Assange is free. But there are so many other political prisoners. So many people being locked up for telling the truth. So many people at risk just because they're telling the truth on our behalf. So let's stand up for all of them. Let's free them all. So what should I do? How much time have I got left?
And the next person's on in 20 minutes.
Okay. I've written a couple of other poems I'd like to read to you. More and more people are becoming aware of what's happening in Palestine. This government, the US government, the Canadian government, the French government, the Indian government, governments across the planet are defending Israel and saying it's Israel's right to defend itself. What right is it when you're murdering babies, when you're murdering pregnant women, when you're murdering civilians in their tens of thousands, when they've been doing this for over 70 years? So this one's called Free Palestine. Open the gates, tear down the walls, heed the children's screams and calls. Free Palestine, set its people free from the river to the sea. Stop all the bombs, end all the hate, open each checkpoint and gate. Free Palestine, set its people free from the river to the sea. Let the aid through, turn on the lights, let the babies sleep at night. Free Palestine, set its people free from the river to the sea. Hold Israel to account, charge them the cost for reparations, damage and loss. Free Palestine, set its people free from the river to the sea. Make Israel pay to rebuild each home and for each crime and life atone. Free Palestine, set its people free from the river to the sea. From the river to the sea, the people must be free. From the river to the sea, the people must have peace. From the river to the sea, Palestine must be free. Free, free Palestine. Repeat with me. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. For trade routes, for money, for oil and for gas, for vengeance, for bloodlust and death delivered en masse, for power, for dominion and more wealth to amass. They murder, they rape, they plunder and take, they bulldoze and torment, they starve and foment hate. They maim and they torture and rejoice in the pain as they set out to annihilate an entire people. And the world watches in growing horror as we rise up united to free Palestine. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Unless Palestine is free, the entire world is not free. If we can stop the arms trade and the bombs and the warmongering and the warmongers from killing people in Palestine, then we can stop them in the rest of the world. Palestine is the litmus paper. If we can unite for peace, if we can unite for a ceasefire, we can do a ceasefire across the planet and break the power of the arms trade. The arms trade is behind the fossil fuel, behind the colonization, behind everything that you see, because the arms trade is dripping in blood, and they need wars, they need conflicts, they need division to be able to maintain their power over governments. Entire governments are corrupted by the arms trade. We need to stop the arms trade. We need to stop the banks and the insurance industry investing and support and grow and profiting from the murder of people. The murder of people right over here. 500,000 plus disabled people have been killed by this government. This government is guilty of murder. They have blood on their hands of the people of Britain, the people of the planet, and not just the people, but the animals and our planet itself. I can't even go there. It just breaks my heart and breaks my head to even think about how much death, millions and billions of life forms are just being annihilated for the sake of money. So let's be that change on the 4th of July. Everybody, if you don't have a vote yet because you're too young, pressure everyone you know who can have a vote and can make a difference. Get them to vote. Get everyone to vote to stop the killing. Stop killing disabled people. Stop killing our old people. Every winter we have what they call excess winter deaths, and basically that means they leave old people and disabled people and sick people with not enough money to heat or eat, and so they starve or they freeze and they die, and they just call them excess winter deaths. They don't need to die. If you gave them enough money to heat their homes, if you gave them enough money to feed themselves and their children and their families, they would not be dying. We have to end our money being used for wars when it can be used to feed our children and our families. So, thank you for listening. Woo! So, do you like one last song? Okay. This one's called A Cup of Tea. Do you want to join me for it? You can sing from there, sing here.
I'm gonna sing from here, so encourage the crowd to sing from here.
Okay. This one's called A Cup of Tea, and it reminds me that being able to sit down and have a cup of tea, being able to sit down under the skies in a garden with the grass, with the trees, is a human right. It's a right of life. Other creatures can relax and spend time in the open when they want. We imprison people. We prevent them from seeing that. And even when they aren't in prison, we still prevent them from being able to have their human rights through slavery, through exploitation. And let's remember and remind ourselves how precious it is to connect with the earth and to be able to just have some fun, have some leisure time. And it's a human right. Let's make sure it's for every single human that we stand up. have our cup of tea and stand up for justice. So, a cup of tea in your garden with birdsong filling the air. A cup of tea in your garden with the sun shining gold in your hair. I love my tea in your garden. There really is nothing so grand as teaing with you in your garden with a cup of tea in my hand. And who'd have thought when I met you that I'd be sat here today? And who'd have predicted when I met you that I'd be singing away with a hot cup of tea in your garden with milkmaids milling around? A hot cup of tea in your garden is the best pastime that I've found. And way back then when you met me, I really couldn't have planned that I'd be sitting in your garden with a cup of tea in my hand. And who'd have thought when I met you that I'd be sat here today? And who'd have predicted when I met you that I'd be singing away with a hot cup of tea in my garden with milkmaids milling around? A hot cup of tea in your garden is the best pastime that I've found. And way back then when you met me, I really couldn't have planned that I'd be sitting in your garden with a cup of tea in my hand. That I'd be singing in your garden with a cup of tea in my hand. That I'd be in heaven in your garden with a cup of tea in my hand. With a cup of tea in my hand.
With a cup of tea in my hand. With a cup of tea in my hand. With a cup of tea in my hand. With a cup of tea, cup of tea in my hand. With a cup of tea in my hand. With a cup of tea in my hand.
With a cup of tea in my hand. Can I have a big cheer for Michael Levis for letting us play in his big garden over here? Cheers, and thank you for everyone for listening. And yeah, enjoy your cup of tea, enjoy your bimble, enjoy your Glastonbury. Here's to Glastonbury 2024, and here's to the next one. Thank you. Have I got time to read you a poem? I'd like to read you one more poem. Yeah. That song reminds me that we need justice for everyone, so that everyone can have their human rights and everyone can have the leisure and pleasure of being able to connect with the earth and have time to rest, time for leisure, time for pleasure, and that they're human rights. And I still can't get over that Julian Assange was locked up for over 5 years